I want to say again that I had no intent on breaking any Russian laws. I had no intent, I did not conspire or plan to commit this crime.
Probably in about 6 months, we should be able to have our first Neuralink in a human. So,
hey peoples, welcome back to my YouTube channel. You guys, I cannot deal, bitch. Today is going to be a shit show, and I'm very, very angry because, for one, Jennifer Lawrence, she's dumb. Like, she's so dumb that I'm going to rip her a new one. Two, BRITTNey Griner just got out from Russia, and, like, I have so many thoughts about that on my noggin. Like, we have to talk about that because some people are, like, on the fence about her being released, and some people are very happy that she's released. And, you know, I'm kind of like, I don't know how to feel right now. And also, I want to talk about Elon Musk and about how I don't think that he's for us. And I think that he is literally, like, biased as fuck. He's literally, like, not actually for free speech. And we really have to talk about that because I'm really pissed at him. And it needs to be said, period. But anyways, if you want to keep on watching, be sure to like, subscribe, and yeah, let's get started.
Jennifer Lawrence may need to brush up on her Hollywood history. The Oscar winner claimed she was the first female action hero in cinema when she starred as Katniss Everdeen in The Hunger Games.
Girl.
I remember when I was doing Hunger Games, nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work. We were told girls and boys can both identify with a male lead.
Girl.
Boys cannot identify with a female lead.
Guess she forgot about these female action stars.
Exactly.
Sigourney Weaver in Aliens, Pam Grier in Jackie Brown, Linda Hamilton in The Terminator, just to name a few.
What the fuck is wrong with Jennifer Lawrence? Like, I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. This bitch is from here. She's from Louisville, Kentucky, right? To be a star, I really wish that most of these stars would, like, actually, like, not be so stupid. Like, are they paid to be this woke? Are they paid to be this dumb? Because there's no way. Like, there's no way. The fact that, like, we literally have a billboard here in Louisville, Kentucky, and her face is on a fucking building really makes me so angry because you are so embarrassing. How are you going to even act like that you are the first female to be in an action movie? Ever. Ever. Like, did she forget about Catwoman? Like, did she forget about Wonder Woman? Like, I mean, like, back, what was that, like, Wonder Woman movie? Like, back in the 60s? Like, come on now. Come on now. Like, let's get real. I think that Jennifer Lawrence, like, she's a great actor. I do. I honestly do. But if they was to pick her to be the first female, like, woman in an action film ever, bitch... Oh, bitch. That would be a disappointment. Because, yeah, she's a great actor, but come on now. If we put Catwoman and we put, like, Wonder Woman, we put, like, Resident Evil, Underworld with Kate Beckinsale, like, all these different movies, even, like, the fucking show Alias. Like, Jennifer Gardner, she was in Alias, right? And I really love that show. Like, it's, like, one of the best shows. Like, how can she be so, like, not self-aware to know that there are so many amazing action films with women in it that, like, I love and that I cherish and that, like, me as a man, bitch, loves. Now, I understand, like, if her second take when she mentioned, like, you know, some straight men may not, like, you know, can see themselves in a woman that is played in an action film, they may not be interested in. I understand that, but I mean, we wouldn't have Resident Evil, like, Underworld. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, the demographic of these, like, action films are mostly men. Because I remember growing up, like, my father, he introduced me to, like, Kill Bill. He introduced me to Underworld and, like, you know, Elektra and, like, G.I. Jane, like, these type of, like, movies. And I was very interested in them. So for her to say, like, she's the first woman to be in an action film, like, girl, like, sit the fuck down, have several fucking seats, bitch. Honestly, I feel like the reason why she's so dumb is because like she did drop out at age 14 in middle school, so like she's not mentally, like she's not here, like she's not, like her brain is scrambled, bitch. And you know, like she's not conservative either. Like most people here, like well, not most people here in Louisville are like conservative, but a good majority are like conservative, like kind of like, you know, Republican. The state is red, but I remember like when she was like saying how she cannot get along with like her family members because they have a different mindset, and like she has like what did she say? She has like nightmares about Tucker Carlson from Fox. She's just so woke. Like I feel like Hollywood sometimes take these like amazing like actors and they just like brainwash them. Like they honestly just brainwash them, or either they just have these feelings like when they go into the industry. I don't know, but it makes no sense that she had the audacity to say that. Like basically like erasing all of that history and all of those great movies that we all love and cherish, to think that she is the first female like woman in action film. Like it makes no sense. And she should be ashamed of herself, honestly. Like you should be ashamed. It's disrespectful. For me, bitch, I took offense, bitch. It's disrespectful to like just like have a blind eye to all the rest of these action films with women in it. I don't get it. She's dumb. She's retarded. And honestly, like Hunger Games is like the only fucking thing that she has been successful in. Anything else that I've watched her in is shit. Like, I don't like it. Anyways, moving on. Alright, so y'all already know that like Brittney Griner has officially been released from Russia, right? And you know, for the longest time, Brittney Griner being in Russia has been like tugging at my heartstring for a very long time. Because to be honest, like I don't care what anyone says. Like I understand like why many people are like outraged that like she's being taken out, but we're gonna talk about that later. But bitch, if you were stuck in Russia and you did something that was very stupid and you didn't even realize that like you had like this cartilage of like, you know, like what, like CBD, like whatever the fuck it is, and they detain you and imprison you in another country that you're not from, bitch, wouldn't you want America to come and save you? Like, bitch, I couldn't imagine being in her shoes. Like, I felt so bad for Brittney Griner for being in Russia. I know like what she did was so stupid, and like, you know, you should follow the laws of the land wherever you fucking are. But bitch, I feel like no one will be out like, you know, advocating for her to come back home if there wasn't a war going on between Ukraine and Russia. Like, I don't know about y'all, but like I have a heart for Brittney Griner, and I'm happy that she's back home. Because I couldn't imagine if I did something so stupid at another country and I'm locked up forever and no one cared about me, and like everyone was like hating on me and didn't want me to come back home because I said something stupid and I did something stupid, and they think that that's what defined me as a person. Like, I feel like we need to like grow a heart. When it comes to our own, we need to grow a fucking heart. And I'm happy that she's back. But bitch, we can't celebrate for nothing. The fact that Joe Biden literally traded Brittney Griner for this psycho that is literally named the Merchant of Death. I was like, oh my God. Like, you couldn't get somebody else. You couldn't get someone else, Joe Biden. You couldn't get someone else. Like, and I don't even want Brittney Griner to be over there. I don't think she deserves to be over there. But damn, like, y'all couldn't come up with a better negotiation. I mean, shit. Like, do we have someone else over here that's from Russia that isn't, like, named the Merchant of Death? I don't get it. Like, what? I was like, oh my God. Like, this bitch really got traded for the Merchant of Death. I couldn't believe it. And, you know, I feel like the right has a right to, like, come out and be against it, because God knows what the fuck Putin has in store to use that guy in advantage of, like, if we do go into war, World War III, like, what will happen? I mean, will he use that against Ukraine? Even though I'm not even for Ukraine or Russia. It's something to question about, you know? I'm shocked. And, you know, but at the same time, I'm happy that she's back home. Like, I think that any American that's left behind in Russia or any other country should be home. Like, I truly do feel like that. Despite her saying, like, she didn't want the national anthem to be played during, like, you know, her basketball, like, whatever the thing that she does, bitch. That, you know, she doesn't believe in the national anthem, that she thinks that it should be taken away because Americans weren't, like, Black Americans weren't given rights during those times, that she think that, like, we should just leave the national anthem in the past. But it's like, the national anthem is what make us America, and how we are progressing. We progress so much that, like, this bitch gets to be a millionaire and be able to be a you know, a basketball player. You know, it's insane how people like her and people who are Black Americans that are privileged in America to, like, look down this country and look down the opportunities that they are able to get. But still, like, you still have the privilege to do that. You still have the privilege to come back home and, you know, to be able to live your authentic self. I mean, look at LeBron James. Look at, like, you know, all of these different types of amazing Black Americans with so much opportunities to be who they are. Like, even like Black, you know, we literally put Black-owned businesses on a fucking pedestal in this fucking country because people are so guilty about, you know, they have white guilt. So, it's really shocking that, you know, people like that stature, that even fix their lip to even say anything about America, when, I mean, shit, America literally goes and fucking give up Merchant of Death for her, simply because she's a Black American and a beloved basketball player, and she's gay. Like, it makes no sense. Like, imagine how privileged you are to come back here. And honestly, if she say anything anti-American ever, she deserves to be sent back to Russia. Like, dead ass. Because it makes no sense. It really doesn't make no sense. And I really hope that Brittney Griner, like, she praises America, and I hope that she reflects on how it's so much more better to be here. Because the fact that they charge her so much, like, they literally, like, they was going to put that bitch in prison forever, basically, bitch. And no one deserves that. And the fact that, like, I was watching this Joe Rogan podcast about this guy named Charlie Walker. I think I mentioned this before, where, like, you know, the reason why I feel like it was so harsh for them to keep Brittney Griner there in Russia is because, like, this guy, like, he was basically like a bicyclist that goes all around the country, and the world, basically. And he goes on his bike, and he takes years and upon years to go through, like, each state, each country, each continent. And he actually was almost captured in Russia. Well, he wasn't almost captured. He was captured in Russia. And it was during the time when, like, they were starting, like, you know, Ukraine versus Russia bullshit. And they captured him because he was, like, taking notes and, like, you know, taking photos of, like, what they was doing over there. I guess they thought that, like, he was, like, a spy or something like that. And they almost didn't let him go. They almost did not let him go, but they gave him a pass, and I think he was banned for, like, 10 years maximum, like, whatever, like that, to, like, even enter Russia. But the difference is, like, he wasn't in Moscow, like, where Brittney was, you know, he wasn't in a major city to be sentenced so harshly. But, like, he almost didn't come back. But the thing is, I feel like the point is that, like, I just wish that they would have just banned her for this petty ass, like, you know, drug, whatever the fuck she had, and would have just released her and banned her for years to come back. I think that would have been perfect, but we all know why they didn't want to do that, because like they literally was holding her hostage, and look what happened. Russia got exactly what they want. Like, this is probably like the most great deal for Putin that he has ever gotten in his life, bitch. Like, who knows what this man, this merchant of death man, Victor Bout, will do now since he's released. I bet money that right now Putin and him is like having a plan, bitch. Like, doing this, like having a plan. It's really, really sad, you know?
Back here in the U.S. after spending nearly 10 months in a Russian jail. Griner arrived in San Antonio Friday morning. She had been sentenced
I know
to
she's
9
happy.
years in a prison camp on drug charges. She was released after Washington and Moscow agreed to a prisoner swap involving a convicted arms dealer. Weijia Zhang has the latest from the White House.
Insane.
After a grueling stint in a Russian prison, doctors are evaluating Brittney Griner at Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio. She landed in Texas this morning.
She has been reunited
Thank
with
God.
her wife, Sherelle. U.S. officials who met her on the ground said she was in very good spirits, appears to be in good
I would be
health.
too, bitch.
For the first time, a glimpse into Griner's life behind bars, doing hard labor and sleeping in a bed far too tiny for her 60
Oh my God.
frame. Griner's lawyer told ESPN that she chopped off her signature dreads because it was so frigid, her hair froze.
Oh my God.
Marine veteran Paul Whelan, imprisoned in Russia since 2018 on what the U.S. calls sham espionage charges, was not part of the exchange, which freed convicted arms dealer Victor
Bitch.
Bout, known as the Merchant of Death. Today, Vladimir Putin did not rule out more prisoner swaps, saying anything is possible. But Victor Bout was
Wow, I almost forgot about Paul Whelan. Like, he's a veteran, and he's also in prison there in Russia too. Like, why the fuck couldn't Joe Biden get him out first? He's been there for like how long? Like, what, he's sentenced there for like 16 years. He should have been the first one out, to be honest. Like, Brittney should have been last, and it should have been Paul. That's how I would have went. If I was Joe Biden, that's what I would have done. It's fucked up. It's honestly fucked up. Honestly, like, no wonder like the right is so mad, because like she's no one. Like, she's literally a basketball player. Like, a veteran's much more important than a fucking basketball player. Like, go figure. It's insane, y'all. Tell me y'all thoughts in the comments about this whole entire like shit show of trade that Joe Biden did with Putin, because I really want to know y'all point of view about this. Are y'all okay with her coming back? Do you think that Paul Whelan should have been back first? Let me know in the comments. This is insane. God bless America. God damn it. All right, so now we need to talk about Elon Musk, because I'm so sick of him. I think he's such a hypocrite, and I think that he's not for us. And also like, I think he's a creep, because why the fuck is he wanting to put like fucking brain chips inside of our brains? Like, come on now. Like,
The first two applications we're going to aim for in humans are restoring vision. Even if someone has never had vision ever, we believe we can still restore vision. The visual part of the cortex is still there. I mean, as miraculous as it may sound, we're confident that it is possible to restore full body functionality to someone who has a severed spinal cord.
we all know like he's weird, and I think that he is using Twitter to like gather up our data and stuff like that. I don't trust him, and I think that he is very much into transhumanism, and most of all, I think he's a fucking hypocrite. Because what he did to like certain people on the app, where like they was portraying him and like, you know, making fun of him, acting like they was Elon Musk, and he banned them, but he brought them back, and then like he banned Kanye for posting that symbol of like, you know, like the Star of David inside like a swastika inside of it. But like there's like this group on Twitter that literally has that same logo on Twitter, but he didn't ban them. But isn't he for free speech? It makes no sense. But the fact that he said like this same logo is inciting violence, but the logo is not even like a Nazi logo at all. This is called the U.S. Raylan Movement. And they literally just tweeted out like 8 hours ago. Kanye and Elon both need education. This is a Raylan symbol. The Star of David represents an infinity of space. The swastika inside the center represents the infinity of time. Nothing is created, nothing is lost, everything is continually transformed. So, it wasn't a Nazi symbol. It was something else. Like, I don't know what the fuck. It literally says extraterrestrials created all the life on the earth. It's weird. But still, like, if they can say that, why the fuck can Kanye be on Twitter? It makes no sense. I don't believe that Elon is for free speech, and I do not trust him whatsoever, and we shouldn't trust him. I know that, like, recently he's, like, you know, exposing the censorship that's been going on with, like, you know, the left trying to censor conservatives, and, like, you know, they censor the Biden laptop, even though I'm so over that fucking shit. Like, no one fucking cares. What the fuck are we gonna do about it? It already happened. It's done. It's over with. We already know they censor us. I'm censored right now on Instagram. Who gives a fuck? What are you gonna do about it? We still gonna keep on doing our thing, you know? Like, nothing. Like, we have Twitter now. It's fine. But, like, still at the same time, it's like, we can't trust Elon Musk either. He's not for us. If he can't allow people to express themselves freely without trying to say, like, they're inciting violence by posting a symbol, he's not for us. Elon Musk, he's a hypocrite. He's biased as fuck. I mean, look what he did to Alex Jones. He won't let him come back on. It makes no sense. I just don't trust him. I think that he's not for us, and I think that he's a hypocrite. And he even, like, had Jackson Hinkle, like, suspended as well, but he brought him back as well. He, all across the board, I think that he's being, like, a dictator, and I just don't trust him. He's beginning to do, like, human trials, like, in, like, a few months on the Neuralink, even though, like, so many animals have died with these trials that he's been doing to help people with blindness and, like, hearing issue. It's a slippery slope. I don't trust him. I don't think that anyone should trust him. I think that it's going to go bad. He's into transhumanism. I don't trust him. And that's all I have to say about that. But I hope you guys do your research more in depth about what he wants to do with us. And, you know, not trust everyone who is having conservative thoughts, you know, because they're not for us, you know. Even though people don't agree with Kanye and stuff like that, we still do believe that, like, freedom of speech is what we have, and that's what makes this country free. And we can't allow people to, like, just come in and be like, claim, like, we're for free speech, and then ban us for what we say and what we do. You know what I mean? Even if we don't agree with it. We all know that Kanye is not Nazi. He's literally, like, a person who's being Christ-like and saying, like, we should love everyone. And, you know, that's why he said, I love Hitler, I love everyone. And that's why he picks out good things in people and not, like, you know, worry about, like, pander on, like, you know, the bad in people, even though we all know that Hitler's bad. We get it. But he's on his own different journey, bitch. He's very much being, like, he wants America to be a theocracy, like, period. Like, I understand his whole thing, but, like, he shouldn't be banned. No one should be banned. Let freedom of speech fly, like, and I don't understand how no one can be outraged about it. And I see Republicans also, like, being, like, the left and want to censor people because of things that they don't like. It's very disheartening to see that on both sides. And this is why I don't feel like I'm in the group. And I think that we should all just think for ourselves and be base as fuck for ourselves, because these people are not for us. We have to call out the bullshit when we see it. And that's what I wanted to say about that and show y'all, because I think that, like, is it important that we call out the hypocrisy with these people, because it's insane. They run on, like, our trope of, like, being freedom of speech and stuff like that, but then, like, ban us. It makes no sense. I feel so bad for Kanye. He put out a new song and they banned him on, like, Instagram as well. It's a shit show. But anyways, I love you guys so much. I hope you guys understand my point of view on everything. And, you know, let me know what you think in the comments. And, yeah, I love y'all. I'll see you on the next video. Bye. Oh, yeah, don't forget to be yourself, no one else. Okay, bye, y'all.